NBA referee Eric Lewis officially announces his retirement. Now, via an NBA communications memo that went out yesterday.
Why is this news?
I'll tell you in a second. Via an NBA communications memo that went out yesterday, Eric Lewis informed the league that he is retiring effective immediately. Now, if you're like Brandon and you want to know why this is news, this is the same referee that the NBA was investigating because of his burner account that he used to defend himself and also support the Boston Celtics. Now, the announcement follows the league's discovery of this said burner account. And now that he is retiring, the investigation is officially closed.
Okay, I get it now. Okay.
Yeah.
It's some messy stuff going on.
Now, before we dive into this, if you remember, this is the same referee who Pat Bev famously showed the camera to in the middle of an NBA game because he missed the call. And Pat Bev was, this was actually during the game where the Lakers lost after one of the more egregious non-calls ever on LeBron James. I don't know if we have that clip, but Pat Bev actually took one of the photographer's cameras to show that it was a foul on LeBron. Here it is. Look, check this out. Here's Pat Bev walking over to Eric Lewis. Said, "Are you blind? Can you not see?"
He teed him up. He teed him up.
And he teed him up.
So what's happening here, Ashley?
And I believe if my eyes look correctly, maybe I could be wrong. JP, somebody fact check me.
Wow.
Was that against the Boston Celtics or were those the Bucks? I couldn't see. I'm thinking that was the Celtics.
Why does that matter though?
Well, because Eric Lewis, it was against the Boston Celtics. It matters because also in Eric Lewis's burner account, outside of defending himself, he and his family are avid Boston Celtics fans. So it was a conspiracy. It was in TD Garden, the Boston Celtics. It was one of the most egregious non-calls on LeBron James that I personally have ever seen on a player. And it all kind of intertwines.
Is this the game? So LeBron's on his knees. Is this the one where everybody was making fun of Bron, how he was acting?
Yeah, but this though was legitimate because it was an egregious, just disrespectful non-call on LeBron. And then we've come to find out that Eric Lewis has a burner account. Okay. He is also a Boston Celtics fan. You
think he was throwing games? Is it that bad?
I can't confirm nor deny. I don't know if he was betting, but I think that whenever you're a fan of a team, subconsciously you may see things a little bit differently than if you weren't a fan. For example, I'll call it what it is. When I watch Knicks games, sometimes I'll say, "That's a foul, ref," and it may or may not have been a foul, but I want the call. I want the call. When you are a fan, your sight is a little bit skewed sometimes, which is why a referee should not be a openly just fan of a team. And Eric Lewis clearly is a diehard Boston Celtics fan, and it showed in his officiating at times.
So what you said, the announcement followed the discovery of the league's investigation, right, of his social media activity, his burner. I think this is a big deal. You know, you obviously see what's happening in the NFL. Mm-hmm. It seems like every 3 months there's a group of guys being suspended for months or if not a year. You saw that in Calvin Ridley for their activity in the betting world. You just saw it recently at the college football level. And so the NBA, they've had situations like this in the past. Mm-hmm. NCAA, men's basketball, they've had these situations in the past. Now gambling is at the forefront of sports. We're talking about it all the time. It's big business. The leagues are embracing it. And so it seems like, it feels like, Ashley, this is more than him just being a fan. And he probably was doing some stuff that's probably going to get him maybe even some jail time. That might sound extreme, but
he's not going to get jail time. He retired. They closed the investigation.
I think haven't we seen that in the past? And at the college level where
It's true we have, but the difference is those guys were active referees. Eric Lewis is retired. He announced his retirement, which closes the investigation, which means the league is not investigating his burner account or whatever activity they think may have been linked to that burner account because he's no longer in the NBA.
So
he will no longer be officiating games. But I think, listen, we see referees in all sports make calls sometimes that are like, what the hell, which is one of the reasons why I think across the board there have been rules that have been added from season to season to kind of take less of the responsibility away from referees when it comes to deciding the outcomes of games, because we have seen time and time again that the judgment or lack thereof of a referee can be game deciding and season ending. For this example, this was a game deciding non-call on the Lakers. So it's problematic in that sense, and that's why I think that the league has zero tolerance for, burner accounts or even just the potential of somebody throwing games.
I hear you, but I hear you. It seems like they don't really want this investigation because they were
investigating him though.
But I'm saying, like, for them to just say, okay, now it's over. Like, what else did you find? It's almost like what happened with the Commanders and when they start doing an investigation there and they start finding Coach Gruden and so many other things start coming up. Does the NBA really want to unpack this? Like, listen, gambling is big. Throwing games and doing all of that stuff, cheating, that's a real thing. And that could really tarnish a team, that can really tarnish a league. I just think there's more to it.
Of course there's more to it.
But there's more to it for sure.
Of course there's more to it. The man retired to avoid the investigation. He's not dumb. He knew what he was doing. What other
referees are doing this? What other referees are involved in this? That's what I want to know.
We're going into a whole different can of worms. But Eric Lewis said investigation or retire and keep my pension. I'm gonna go with option 2. So enjoy.
He gets his pension?
He retired. So yeah.
Oh my goodness! The NBA's involved.
Conspiracy. The man saw his options and picked the one that was going to go ahead and be most beneficial. He retired, will no longer work in the NBA. He's removed from the situation. The league closes the investigation. He can go enjoy retirement and his burner account and Turks and Caicos. Enjoy retirement, Eric Lewis.
That's crazy.